All right. This appears to be enough firewood to be able to last us the night. Though, I suppose you would have the final call. What do you think? I'm correct. That's a relief. I don't think I would be able to stand it much longer. Yes, my feet are very, very sore at the present moment. As much as I enjoyed today, I am afraid I cannot stand a bit more fun any longer. I can still help prepare the fireplace, do not fear. I am not delicate because I am a princess. I thought you'd have realized that by now, Oh, blessed warmth. How the cold of the evening had made me miss you. What's with that look? Am I not allowed to appreciate the warmth? Just because you do not talk much does not mean that I cannot thank the fire. Come, sit next to me. I assure you, there is more than enough room for us on this rock. I would prefer you sit next to me than have you sully your clothes with the dirt. All right? I thought I would have to drag you over myself. I am glad to see that you are not as, well, nervous around me anymore. I did not treat you well in the past. Not as well as I should have. I let my own insecurities push me away from others. You in particular. My other champions, I could feel myself at ease, at least a bit around them. But I think it was the fact that I had someone else my own age and race around me that truly made me feel... I apologize. Here I was telling you off for making me feel odd for talking to fire, and yet I can't put my own emotions into words. I hope you'll forgive me for that. Among the many other things I ask you forgive me for. How much do you remember of our past? I understand we, don't particularly have much time for idle chatter, but we have a few minutes before we should sleep, correct? I'd like to know where I stand with you, if you don't mind. You remember quite a bit. The photographs. Yes, I took a peek at them myself while you were slaying some monsters. It was bittersweet in a way. I almost felt I was back in time with them, but then I'd have to realize that I wasn't, and pull myself out of that fake dream. There is no need for you to console me. You were much closer to the others than I, barring one other champion. And even though you were my aide, it wasn't like we had the closest of relationships, so... that is not to say that I do not appreciate you. I am glad that at least someone survived. Now that just makes me seem like I'm willing to accept anyone. That is not what I meant. I'm sorry, my head really is still a mess after waking up. Immediately we were thrust into battle, and now we've got a whole new quest on our hands. Speaking of which, I never truly asked if this was what you wanted. I was all prepared to go on this journey by myself, to see what would come out of it, how it would reflect in our past, and whether I could redeem myself for my inactions. And I never stopped to ask you if this was what you wanted to do, if you wanted to continue to follow me, or if you'd rather seek peace for now. I would not begrudge you if you did. It seems to me that out of everyone, you are the one who deserves rest the most. You have your own village to look after all, and you have friends and potentially suitors all around our world. There are multiple places for you to settle down and live a peaceful life, away from the strife that my family has brought to you. One where you need not take up the sword and be able to live in peace. Is that what you want? I will not force you to stay with me if it is. Why are you getting on one knee? Repeating your oath of loyalty, are you? Of course I do not doubt your skills. You seem to be just as powerful as before we fell asleep. And even though I did also fight monsters after waking up, I was still somewhat conscious, as you could tell by the fact I was able to contact you. However, right after waking up, you were constantly running around and fighting people and monsters without any idea of what was going on. I would not be able to call myself a princess if I denounced your status as a warrior despite all that. So please rest assured that that is not what I am saying. I am merely trying to think of your comfort. But if you do truly wish to come along with me, then I am overjoyed. Like I said, you are the only one who is left from our original group. Neither of us have family anymore. It seems like destiny in a way. An extremely cruel destiny. I apologize, I did not mean to sound despondent. I truly am happy that you have agreed to take this journey with me. And I assure you, even though I was in stasis before, I will not be taking a passive role this time. I will be by your side, and even if I am not as strong as you, I will help you in whatever way I can. Whether that be through my powers, through my status as a princess, or through my intellect, I will do whatever it takes. But for now, may we please enjoy the warmth of this campfire? I'd like at least one moment of peace before we continue our journey ahead. Thank you.